Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Native Flow English. I'm Sarah, your host for today. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm happy to let you know that we upload a new English learning video every single day. This is to help you improve your English more quickly and sound more natural when you're speaking. In today's episode, we're diving deep into something really powerful, something that can completely transform the way you sound and how well you understand English. We're talking about advanced C2 level vocabulary. You'll not only learn new words, but also how to use them naturally in your everyday life, in conversations, and in your writing. By the time we reach the end of this lesson, you'll be able to use high-level vocabulary that makes you sound intelligent, fluent, and confident. We'll be exploring meanings, connotations, collocations, and real-life examples that demonstrate how advanced speakers express their thoughts with real precision. This isn't just a vocabulary list, it's a masterclass. A complete journey through the language that will help you think, feel, and speak at the C2 level. Before we get started, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you never miss a new English learning episode. So, grab your notebook, stay focused, and let's begin building your advanced English vocabulary together. Let's start off slowly. Imagine that you're talking with a native speaker about your day. Instead of saying, "It was a good day," you might say, "It was a fulfilling day." The word fulfilling adds emotional depth. It lets the listener know that your day gave you a sense of purpose, of satisfaction. That's the power of advanced vocabulary. It helps you express not only what happened, but also how you felt. Let's take another example. Instead of saying, "I'm tired," you could say, "I'm drained." Drained sounds stronger. It demonstrates that you have no energy left, either physically or emotionally. When you use words like these, you sound more expressive and natural. You show that your vocabulary is in line with your emotions. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. I had a fulfilling day. I feel drained after a long week. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. These sentences might sound simple, but they contain advanced word choices that make your English sound mature and natural. At the C2 level, vocabulary isn't about memorizing complicated words. It's about precision, choosing the right word for the situation. For instance, the difference between angry and furious is more than just intensity. Angry can sound mild, but furious paints a vivid picture. It shows real emotion. Sometimes advanced vocabulary isn't about being formal. It's about being expressive, detailed, and emotionally accurate. Let's practice describing emotions. Instead of "I'm happy," say "I'm elated." Instead of "I'm sad," say "I'm devastated." Instead of "I'm surprised," say "I'm astonished." Listen to how each word paints a stronger picture in your mind. Elated means extremely happy. Devastated means deeply sad, almost heartbroken. Astonished means truly shocked or amazed. Each word adds color to your emotions. Now, let's make it more natural with short stories. Picture this situation. You just got a message that you passed your English exam. You could say, "I was elated when I saw the result." Then, imagine your best friend moved to another country. You could say, I was devastated when she left. Or, when you saw your favorite celebrity walking by. I was absolutely astonished. When you connect emotions to real situations, these words become part of your thinking, not just your memory. At the advanced level, it's also important to understand nuance. Nuance means the small differences in meaning that change how a word feels. For example, brave and courageous seem similar, but brave often describes short actions, while courageous describes a person's consistent character. You might say, she was brave to speak up, or he is a courageous leader. Both are correct, but they create slightly different impressions. Let's try this. I'll say 2 sentences. And you think about which one sounds more natural. He made a big change versus he made a drastic change. The second sentence, with drastic, sounds more advanced and more specific. It shows that the change was extreme or significant. That's the beauty of advanced vocabulary. It adds detail and feeling to your language. Now, think about this sentence. She's a very good student. You can upgrade it to, she's an exceptional student, or even, she's an outstanding student. These small word upgrades make your English sound elegant and polished. Let's practice together now. Say aloud after me. The results were exceptional. It was a drastic improvement. He is a courageous man. Remember, fluency at the C2 level isn't just about speaking fast. It's about speaking with clarity, precision, and richness. Now, let's explore a few more expressions that advanced speakers often use in daily life. Instead of saying, I don't know, you might say, I'm not quite sure. Instead of, I don't like it, say, it doesn't appeal to me. Instead of, I'm busy, you can say, I'm occupied at the moment. Listen to the rhythm. It sounds more natural, more polite, and more confident. Let's practice conversational tone. Imagine someone asks you, do you like this movie? You could reply, it's all right. But at the C2 level, you might say, it's thought-provoking, but not exactly my taste. That shows depth of thought. It means you can analyze and express opinions clearly. Another advanced phrase is, it's open to interpretation. It means something can be understood in different ways. For example, if someone asks, what does this poem mean? You could say, it's open to interpretation. These kinds of expressions make your English sound mature and flexible. Let's do a mini exercise together. I'll say a basic sentence, and you try to upgrade it in your mind. It's good. You could change it to, it's remarkable. It's bad. You could say, it's unacceptable. I'm happy. Try, I'm content. It's interesting. You could say, it's intriguing. These upgrades might feel small, but they change everything about how you're perceived as a speaker. They make you sound more sophisticated, confident, and thoughtful. Remember, using advanced vocabulary isn't about showing off. It's about expressing your exact thoughts. It's about precision. When you reach this level, you stop translating. You start thinking in English. Every advanced learner needs daily practice to keep these words active in their memory. So, here's a quick tip. Choose 5 advanced words from today's lesson and try to use them in your conversations today. Write a short paragraph about your day using them. For example, Today was an exceptional day. I felt elated after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I was drained by evening, I felt fulfilled. That's how you make advanced words become part of your life. At the C2 level, it's also important to develop a strong sense of context. This means you don't just memorize advanced words. You learn when to use them. For example, the word meticulous means extremely careful and detailed. You could say, "She's a meticulous planner," which means she pays attention to every single detail. But if you use meticulous in a casual sentence like, "My friend is meticulous about his coffee," it suddenly sounds humorous and expressive. That's what native speakers do. They play with words to match the situation. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. He's meticulous about his work. The report was written with meticulous attention to detail. She's meticulous about her diet. Each sentence shows precision and care, one of the key qualities of advanced English. Now, let's look at another beautiful word, inevitable. It means something that is certain to happen, something unavoidable. You might say, "It was inevitable that the meeting would be delayed," or "With so much rain, flooding was inevitable." Using inevitable instead of sure to happen makes your sentence sound natural and educated. Let's practice. Change is inevitable. It was inevitable that they would meet again. Failure is sometimes inevitable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Notice how the word carries a calm, reflective tone. This is the kind of emotional depth you find at the C2 level. Here's another excellent word, ambiguous. It means unclear or having more than one meaning. You can say, "His message was ambiguous," which means you're not sure what he meant. Or, "The ending of the movie was ambiguous," meaning it could be understood in different ways. Advanced speakers love words like this because they help express complexity. Real life isn't always black and white, and neither is language. Now, let's use ambiguous in conversation. Her answer was ambiguous. I couldn't tell if she agreed or disagreed. The rules were ambiguous. So many people misunderstood them. Try saying it aloud. It sounds natural, confident, and full of meaning. Next, let's talk about the word inefficient. Many learners know lazy or slow, but inefficient sounds more specific. It means something that doesn't work well or wastes time and effort. You can say the old system was inefficient, or he's hardworking, but his method is inefficient. Advanced English speakers often prefer words like this because they express ideas precisely and politely. Let's practice with short phrases. This process is inefficient. We need a more efficient solution. An inefficient approach leads to wasted effort. Now let's move to something more emotional. The word profound. Profound means deep, powerful, or meaningful. You can say, "That movie had a profound impact on me," or "Her words were profound and unforgettable." It's one of those words that instantly makes your English sound wise and mature. Try repeating these lines slowly. He shared a profound insight. That experience changed me in a profound way. There was a profound silence in the room. Do you hear how soft and emotional it sounds? That's the rhythm of advanced English. Calm, thoughtful, expressive. Let's now build a short scene together for practice. Imagine you're describing your favorite teacher. Instead of saying, "She was very smart," you could say, "He was a profound thinker who inspired everyone around hers." Now, imagine you're describing a book you loved. You could say, "The book left a profound impression on me. It changed how I see the world." By using these words in real contexts, you'll never forget them. Here's another elegant word. Inevitable connects beautifully with consequence. You can say the consequence was inevitable, or every decision has consequences, or he didn't study, so failure was inevitable. These are phrases that naturally appear in academic English and advanced discussions. Now, let's try a practice challenge. I'll give you a simple sentence, and you'll try to make it sound C2 level in your mind. Ready? He didn't sleep well. You could say he had a restless night. She was very careful. Try, she was extremely meticulous. The view was nice. Try, the view was absolutely breathtaking. Let's do it again. It's not clear. You could say it's rather ambiguous. It's going to happen soon. You could say it's inevitable. He's a deep thinker. You could say he's profoundly reflective. These exercises help your brain make quick associations. When you practice often, you'll automatically reach for advanced words instead of basic ones. That is how you train your mind to think at the C2 level. Now, let's explore a few more advanced words that appear often in daily English conversations. The word assertive means confident in expressing your opinion. You can say, "She's very assertive during meetings," or "You need to be more assertive when you speak." It's different from aggressive. Assertive is positive. It shows confidence without being rude. Let's repeat. I'm becoming more assertive at work. He spoke in an assertive but respectful way. Being assertive helps you gain confidence. Next, versatile, one of my favorite words. It means flexible, able to adapt to many situations or perform many functions. You can say, "She's a versatile actor," meaning she can play many roles. Or, eggs are versatile. You can cook them in so many ways. The more you practice such words, the more you'll notice them in native speech. Now repeat after me. He's a versatile musician. This tool is extremely versatile. You need a versatile vocabulary to express complex ideas. Let's create a mini story using both words, assertive and versatile. During the team meeting, Clara was assertive when presenting her ideas. Her versatility made her valuable to the company. She could manage projects, write reports, and lead discussions with equal confidence. Do you see how words can build layers of personality, tone, and meaning? That's what separates advanced English from simple conversation. Let's move to a few academic-style words that can also be used in daily English. Substantial means large, important, or meaningful. For example, he made a substantial contribution to the project. Or, we saw a substantial increase in sales this year. You could also use it in casual speech. I had a substantial breakfast today. Now, significant is similar, but used slightly differently. You can say there was a significant change in her attitude, or the discovery was significant for science. When you're learning advanced English, focus on such subtle differences. They show depth and awareness. Let's do a small practice. Big improvement. Try saying substantial improvement. Important moment. Try significant moment. Big help. Try substantial help. Every time you replace big or important with a more specific word, your English becomes sharper. Now let's reflect on one more. Comprehensive. It means complete, detailed, or covering everything. You can say, we need a comprehensive plan, or she gave a comprehensive explanation. It's especially useful in professional English or academic writing. Repeat with me. I wrote a comprehensive report. He gave a comprehensive overview of the topic. We need a comprehensive understanding before making a decision. Hi, let's add a short listening exercise for shadowing. I'll say a short paragraph. And you can try to repeat along with me in rhythm. Learning vocabulary at the C2 level requires consistent practice. It's not just about memorizing definitions, but using words in real situations. When you read, listen, and speak with awareness, you will notice subtle shades of meaning. Every word carries emotion, tone, and culture. That's what makes English so beautiful. Pause. Take a deep breath. Think about how far you've come already. You're not just learning vocabulary. You're learning how to think in English. Let's learn a few words related to personal growth, because advanced learners often talk about self-development. Resilient means able to recover quickly from difficulty. You could say, she's resilient after every failure, or children are remarkably resilient. It's a strong, inspiring word. Now, perseverance. It means determination. Never giving up even when things are tough. Through perseverance, he achieved his goals. Perseverance is key to mastering English. You can also combine them. She's resilient because of her perseverance. Try saying these sentences aloud. I am resilient. Perseverance always pays off. He overcame challenges with resilience and determination. These words aren't just vocabulary, they're mindset words. They remind you how to keep going even when English feels hard. At the C2 level, you also begin to appreciate the elegance of subtle language. You start noticing that sometimes saying less can actually mean more. Take the word imply. It means to suggest something without saying it directly. For example, if someone says, it's getting late, they might be implying that it's time to go home. You can say, are you implying that I'm wrong? Or, her tone implied that she wasn't happy. Words like imply help you communicate with nuance. Something advanced speakers use naturally every day. Let's practice this idea. Repeat after me. He didn't say it directly, but he implied it. The teacher implied that we needed to study harder. She implied that she already knew the answer. Every sentence shows how subtle communication can be. At the C2 level, subtlety is everything. Now, let's explore another elegant word, convey. Convey means to express, deliver, or communicate an idea. You can say, her smile conveyed warmth. He tried to convey his gratitude. The artist conveys emotion through her work. It's a sophisticated and natural way to describe communication beyond words. Let's practice together. I want to convey my appreciation. This message conveys hope. Your tone conveys confidence. These phrases are perfect for daily use, and they sound polished and natural. Next, let's look at articulate. It means to express ideas clearly and effectively. You can say she's very articulate, or he articulated his point well. Instead of saying, he explained it well, advanced speakers prefer, he articulated it beautifully. Try saying this aloud. I'm learning to articulate my ideas better. She's an articulate speaker. He failed to articulate what he really felt. When you use such expressions naturally, your English becomes smooth, expressive, and powerful. Let's now connect these words in a short story to make them come alive. Imagine you are attending a meeting. Your colleague presents a new project idea. You notice that he speaks clearly, choosing his words carefully. Later, you might say, he articulated his vision very well. It conveyed confidence and passion. Or if his tone was unclear, you might say, he implied some changes were needed but didn't explain them directly. This is exactly how advanced vocabulary helps you analyze real-life situations more accurately. Now, let's move to another word that shows advanced awareness. Insightful. Insightful means having deep understanding or perceptive thoughts. For example, that was an insightful comment, or her analysis was incredibly insightful. It's a word often used in academic discussions, professional settings, and thoughtful conversations. Let's practice together. The book offers insightful lessons about human nature. He shared an insightful perspective. It was an insightful discussion. When you add this word to your vocabulary, you begin to sound like a reflective thinker, not just a fluent speaker. Next, let's explore the word elaborate. It means to give more details or explain something more deeply. You can say, could you elaborate on that? Or, she elaborated on her plans for the future. It's one of the most useful words in advanced communication, both polite and academic. Try these lines. Please elaborate on your point. He elaborated beautifully on the topic. I can elaborate further if needed. Using elaborate instead of explain more makes your English sound instantly advanced and natural. Now let's shift to a word often used by professionals, implement. It means to put something into action. For example, the company implemented new rules, or we need to implement this strategy immediately. It's a powerful verb that shows you can move from ideas to action. Repeat with me. They implemented a new plan. It's time to implement these changes. The strategy was implemented successfully. Practice how the rhythm feels, strong and decisive. Let's combine these in context. During the meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. The team later implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. This is how you bring vocabulary together, not as individual words, but as part of fluent communication. Another important concept for advanced learners is tone. The tone of your sentence can change based on the word you choose. Compare I'm angry with I'm frustrated. Angry sounds emotional and strong. Frustrated sounds more controlled, professional, and polite. Tone helps you express your personality through vocabulary. Let's explore a few tonal upgrades. Instead of saying, he's lazy, you can say, he's unmotivated. Instead of she's rude, try she's inconsiderate. Instead of I'm scared, say I'm apprehensive. These choices reflect maturity. They soften the emotion while keeping meaning intact. Try this mini practice. Repeat aloud, I'm apprehensive about the results. He was inconsiderate during the conversation. She seems unmotivated lately. Notice how sophisticated and natural these sound. Now let's move to another family of words, those used for describing change and improvement. The word transform means to change completely. You can say, the experience transformed me. Education can transform lives. Or they transformed the old house into a beautiful cafe. A similar word is evolve, which means to grow gradually. The company evolved over time. Her ideas evolved through experience. Our understanding of language evolves with learning. These words are often used by native speakers when they want to describe progress naturally. Let's practice shadowing together. My perspective has evolved. He transformed his habits. The city has transformed over the years. These sentences help you sound thoughtful, mature, and fluent. Now an important advanced adjective, innovative. It means creative, original, or introducing new ideas. You can say, she's an innovative designer. We need an innovative approach to solve this. Or, their solution was truly innovative. This is a must-know word for C2 level learners who want to express creativity and intelligence in discussions. Try saying these aloud. He's known for his innovative thinking. Innovation drives success. They developed an innovative product. Let's connect these ideas in a real-world example. Imagine you're describing a company. You could say, over the years, the company evolved from a small business into an innovative leader in technology. Their new approach transformed the industry completely. This is how C2 level vocabulary helps you express not just facts, but stories filled with life and detail. Let's also focus on an often misused word, efficient. It's the opposite of inefficient, but it carries a strong positive tone. She's efficient at her job. This method is more efficient. We need an efficient way to manage time. When you use efficient naturally, it shows logical thinking and clarity. Let's practice again. The new system is efficient. He's an efficient worker. We need to find an efficient solution. Here's a short challenge. Combine efficient, innovative, and transform into one story. For example, our innovative approach transformed the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Try creating your own version of that sentence. It's an excellent way to lock the words into your long-term memory. Now, let's shift to words about human behavior and personality, an area where advanced vocabulary really shines. Empathetic means understanding and sharing another person's feelings. You could say, she's an empathetic listener. He responded with empathy. Or, good leaders are empathetic. Let's practice aloud. Empathy helps build trust. She's naturally empathetic. He handled the situation with empathy. These words show emotional intelligence, a hallmark of fluent, advanced English. Next, intuitive. It means based on instinct or natural understanding, not logic. She's an intuitive decision maker. He has an intuitive sense of timing. It felt intuitive to choose that option. Try repeating, "My intuition told me to stay." She has an intuitive grasp of language. It's not logical, it's intuitive. This type of vocabulary is common in everyday conversations among fluent speakers. Now, let's use both words in a small practice scene. During the interview, she appeared calm and empathetic, listening carefully to every question. Her answers were intuitive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. When you start speaking like this, you'll notice something amazing. You're no longer just translating your thoughts. You're expressing them directly in English with precision and personality. That's the true mark of C2 level mastery. Let's end this section with a small reflection exercise. Think about your own personality. How would you describe yourself using advanced vocabulary? Maybe you're resilient, empathetic, intuitive, or innovative. Maybe you're articulate, insightful, or meticulous. Choose 5 words that truly represent you. Say them aloud. Feel how they sound in your voice. That's how English becomes not just a language, but part of you. At this level of English, your words aren't just tools, they're reflections of your thinking. When you choose a word carefully, it reveals how clearly you see the world. Let's explore one of the most expressive words in advanced English: compelling. Compelling means something so interesting, powerful, or convincing that it captures your full attention. You might say, "That documentary was compelling," or "She gave a compelling argument during the debate." The word combines strength and beauty. It's persuasive, emotional, and intelligent all at once. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. That was a compelling story. The speech was captivating from beginning to end. The concept itself was deeply fascinating to me. Each time you incorporate that word, you establish a powerful emotional bond with your audience. Now, let's delve into another sophisticated term: intricate. Intricate signifies complexity, meticulous detail, or careful design. For instance, you might say, "The painting showcased an intricate design," or "Their relationship was intricate, filled with subtle emotions and misunderstandings." This word lends a sense of precision and artistry to your descriptions. Let's repeat these phrases together. The pattern was intricate and beautiful. The story unfolds with an intricate plot. Her thoughts were intricate yet profoundly meaningful. Employing the word intricate helps you project an image of thoughtfulness and descriptiveness. It's perfect for advanced English learners striving to articulate ideas with clarity and artistic flair. Now, let's seamlessly blend these 2 words, compelling and intricate, within a narrative. The movie was compelling not only for its underlying message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. Do you perceive how harmoniously they combine? That's precisely how advanced vocabulary interweaves emotions with logic. Let's proceed to another refined term: subtle. Subtle implies delicateness, inconspicuousness, or gentle perceptibility. You might remark, "She offered me a subtle smile," or "There's a subtle distinction between confidence and arrogance." Subtle is one of those words that demonstrates genuine linguistic sensitivity. It signifies that you're attuned to the nuances. Let's practice aloud. I detected a subtle shift in his tone. There's a subtle beauty inherent in simplicity. Her humor is subtle but undeniably clever. Expressions like these lend your English a natural, effortless, and authentic quality. Now, let's revisit the word inevitable, this time exploring it from a philosophical perspective. Many facets of life are inevitable: change, growth, even missteps. You could assert, it was inevitable that he would learn from his failure, or with sustained effort and patience, improvement becomes inevitable. Advanced English frequently intertwines language with contemplation. That's how native speakers utilize vocabulary to articulate life experiences, not just adhere to grammatical rules. Let's assemble another cluster of advanced emotional words that you can seamlessly integrate into your daily conversations: sincere, genuine, and authentic. While these three words share similarities, they possess slightly distinct emotional undertones. Sincere denotes honesty and heartfeltness. She extended a sincere apology. Genuine signifies reality or truthfulness. He's a genuine friend. And authentic implies originality, staying true to oneself. Her kindness is authentic. Collectively, these words cultivate emotional depth and connection. Let's practice softly. Her smile was sincere. His compliment felt genuine. They shared an authentic friendship. As you begin to incorporate these words, your sentences gain emotional realism. They resonate with life. Now, let's shift our focus toward words that describe thought and understanding, an essential component of C2 fluency. One particularly beautiful word is perceptive. It signifies possessing or demonstrating keen understanding or insight. She's remarkably perceptive. She notices details that others overlook. Or his comment was perceptive and thoughtfully crafted. Try repeating these phrases. He's a perceptive listener. Her observation was perceptive and precise. You're very perceptive. That's precisely correct. This word portrays you as emotionally intelligent and observant, qualities that enrich conversations and make them more engaging. Another valuable word is astute. It shares similarities with perceptive, but carries a slightly more strategic connotation. It describes someone intelligent and quick to identify opportunities. He's an astute businessman. That was an astute observation. She made an astute decision. It's frequently employed in business, leadership, or analytical contexts. It signifies a clever understanding. Let's practice saying these together. You need to be astute to effectively handle negotiations. His astute remarks completely redirected the discussion. She's renowned for her astute problem-solving capabilities. Now, let's delve into metaphorical language, where words convey deeper meanings beyond their literal interpretations. For instance, saying, "He has a heart of gold," doesn't imply his heart is made of metal. It means he's kind. Advanced speakers often employ metaphorical language naturally. Try saying, "Her words ignited a fire within me. He's walking on thin ice. It's a double-edged sword." These expressions are all metaphorical and frequently encountered in native English. Let's pause and reflect. At this juncture, it's not about rote memorization of vocabulary lists. It's about harnessing words to paint vivid meanings, to create mental imagery for the listener. Now, let's work with a few advanced adjectives that can instantly elevate your expression: intriguing, captivating, and fascinating. All three signify something highly interesting, but with subtle nuances. Intriguing suggests curiosity. That idea is intriguing. Captivating signifies something that completely holds your attention. Her voice is captivating. Fascinating signifies something deeply interesting or charming. The book was fascinating. Let's practice these together. The idea was intriguing. The story was captivating. The experiment was fascinating. Say them slowly and feel how each possesses its own emotional flavor. That's the texture of advanced English. Let's now explore the word contemplate. It means to think deeply or carefully about something. You can say, "I need time to contemplate my decision," or "He sat quietly contemplating the meaning of life." It's calm, poetic, and thoughtful, perfect for reflective conversations. Repeat after me. I often contemplate my goals. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. It's important to contemplate before you act. When you begin to incorporate such words, your speech sounds calm, deliberate, and wise. Now, let's combine these words in a short reflection. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Do you perceive how that resembles fluent storytelling? That's the sound of C2 level natural English. Let's proceed to another advanced term, sophisticated. It signifies elegance, culturedness, or well-developedness. You can say, "She possesses a sophisticated sense of style." "The software is sophisticated and efficient," or "His writing is sophisticated and polished." It's one of the most versatile adjectives in advanced English. Now, repeat after me. He has a sophisticated taste in music. That's a sophisticated approach. The design is elegant yet sophisticated. This word imparts grace and professionalism to your speech. It's perfectly suited for both formal and casual conversations. Another beautiful adjective is eloquent. It describes speech that is graceful, fluent, and persuasive. You can say, "She delivered an eloquent speech." "His writing is eloquent and heartfelt." Or, "Sometimes silence is more eloquent than words." Practice aloud. "He's an eloquent speaker." Her message was eloquently expressed. The words were simple but eloquent. When you employ this word, you express not just clarity, but also emotion through language. Let's tie this all together in a mini exercise. Imagine you're redescribing a person who inspires you. You could say, "She's an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are innovative, and her approach to life is both subtle and profound." That encapsulates the richness of C2 English. Each word contributes a layer of depth. Now, let's take a few moments to practice shadowing, repeating naturally with feeling. Advanced vocabulary empowers you to express who you are with precision. It aids you in describing your thoughts, your emotions, and your world in ways that resonate as natural, confident, and authentic. Pause. Repeat it again. Feel the rhythm. That's how fluency flourishes through sound, emotion, and repetition. Let's continue exploring words that depict the world surrounding us. Serene signifies calm and peacefulness. The lake appeared serene at sunset. She spoke in a serene tone. Following the rain, everything felt serene. Another similar word is tranquil. It also signifies calmness, but with a gentle, natural beauty. The garden was tranquil. I relish the tranquil mornings before work. Now practice these softly. The view was serene. I adore the tranquil silence of early morning. Her presence was calm and serene. These words are ideal for creating vivid imagery. They infuse poetry into your everyday English. Now, a slightly stronger word, majestic. It signifies grandness, power, or beauty in an awe-inspiring manner. The mountains appeared majestic under the golden light. The orchestra's performance was majestic. Utilizing this kind of descriptive word transforms your sentences into pictures. Let's imagine together that we stood there in silence, observing the majestic waves crashing against the shore. Feel how the scene comes alive. That's what C2 level English accomplishes. It empowers you to paint with words. Language at this level transcends mere communication. It's about expression, emotion, and artistry. The more you practice, the more your mind naturally begins to think in this rhythm: subtle, eloquent, compelling, serene. When you attain the C2 level, vocabulary becomes your paintbrush, and every word you choose colors your communication with emotion, precision, and style. You begin to realize that a single word can entirely alter the tone of what you convey. Let's consider the word notion. It signifies an idea, a belief, or a concept, often something abstract. For example, I had a notion that he wasn't being entirely truthful. Or the notion of time intrigues philosophers. It projects intelligence and thoughtfulness, a word employed by individuals who deeply contemplate the world. Repeat with me slowly. That's an interesting notion. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. The notion of freedom holds different meanings for different individuals. Observe how it lends a sense of calm authority to your language. Now, let's explore another word. Paradox. A paradox is something that appears contradictory, but actually reveals a deeper truth. For example, it's a paradox that sometimes failure paves the way for success, or the quietest person in the room often harbors the loudest thoughts. Paradoxical thinking is an integral aspect of advanced communication. It prompts people to pause and reflect. Practice these aloud. It's a fascinating paradox. Life is replete with paradoxes. Her personality is a paradox, shy yet confident. Each time you incorporate this kind of word, your English evolves beyond mere fluency into a realm of philosophical depth. Let's transition to another crucial C2 level word, ambivalent. It signifies experiencing mixed feelings or uncertainty about something. You could say, I'm ambivalent about relocating to another city. Or, he felt ambivalent toward his new job, excited yet apprehensive. Native speakers frequently employ this word when describing complex emotions. Try saying these. She's ambivalent about the decision. I feel ambivalent, torn between two options. His expression was ambivalent, a blend of joy and doubt. Words like this enable you to capture emotional layers that simpler words cannot adequately express. Now let's focus on a word that exemplifies intellectual clarity: analytical. It signifies employing logic and detailed thinking to understand something. For example, he possesses an analytical mind. Her analytical approach helped resolve the problem. The report was written with remarkable analytical precision. Practice softly. I'm striving to be more analytical. He provided an analytical response. Her analytical skills are truly impressive. This word is particularly valuable for academic, business, or scientific discussions. It's one of the cornerstones of C2 communication. Another advanced and elegant word is perspective. It signifies a manner of seeing or understanding something. For example, allow me to share my perspective, or traveling grants you a fresh perspective on life. It's simple yet potent, imbuing emotional and intellectual depth to your sentences. Try these with me. From my perspective, that makes perfect sense. We must consider alternative perspectives. His perspective shifted after the experience. Vocabulary like this assists you in projecting an image of balance and open-mindedness. Now, let's practice these words in a brief scene. Imagine you're engaged in a conversation with a friend who is apprehensive about their future. You could say, I understand your ambivalence. It's natural to feel uncertain. But from another perspective, this could represent a remarkable opportunity for growth. Do you perceive how natural that sounds? You've incorporated 3 advanced words: ambivalence, perspective, and opportunity into a single, meaningful message. Let's now explore another powerful set of words: precise, accurate, and concise. While they may sound similar, each serves a distinct purpose. Precise signifies exactness, meticulousness, or careful selection. Accurate signifies correctness or truthfulness. Concise signifies briefness, yet completeness. For example, her explanation was precise. The results were accurate. His speech was clear and concise. Repeat after me. Be precise with your words. The data must be accurate. Keep your response concise. These are essential words for any advanced speaker striving to communicate with clarity and avoid confusion. Now, let's address artificial. It typically signifies man-made or unnatural. However, at a C2 level, it's also employed to describe behavior or tone. Her smile felt artificial. The flowers were artificial but beautiful. We must avoid fostering an artificial environment. It's a versatile word that imparts subtle nuances depending on the context. Let's now explore a word that resonates deeply with emotion. Nostalgic. Dor. It signifies feeling sentimental about the past, yearning for something that once brought you joy. For example, listening to that song makes me nostalgic. He felt nostalgic while revisiting his old school. It's poetic, emotional, and frequently encountered in storytelling. Say these slowly. I'm feeling nostalgic today. Old photos evoke a sense of nostalgia within me. There's a nostalgic beauty in reminiscing about simpler times. Words like these infuse your English with humanity, heartfeltness, and artistic flair. Let's progress to inevitably. It's the adverb form of inevitable and signifies something that transpires regardless of the circumstances. Inevitably, time alters everything. He worked diligently, and inevitably, success ensued. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. It's one of those words that lends grace to your expression, calm, thoughtful, mature. Let's practice. Inevitably, we all glean wisdom from experience. The storm subsided, but inevitably, it left a trail of damage. He consistently shirked his responsibilities, and inevitably, he failed the exam. Now let's discuss fundamental. It signifies basic yet essential, something upon which everything else hinges. Trust is fundamental in any friendship. Grammar is fundamental to language acquisition. Freedom is a fundamental human right. Say these after me. Honesty is fundamental. Comprehending pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. Respect is fundamental in communication. These sentences sound both natural and impactful. Let's revisit profound, but in a fresh light. You can utilize it for emotions, knowledge, or silence. She experienced profound sadness. He shared a profound idea. A profound silence descended after the news. It's soft, yet emotionally potent. A perfect word for advanced English learners aiming to sound both calm and expressive. Now, let's transition to another crucial area of vocabulary, expressing agreement and disagreement politely. Instead of asserting, "I don't agree," you can convey, "I see your point, but I hold a different perspective." Instead of "you're wrong," try, "I'm not entirely convinced." Instead of "that's right," attempt, "I completely concur." Practice these slowly. I completely concur. I'm not entirely convinced. That's an intriguing perspective. These expressions aid you in participating in mature discussions without sounding overly direct or harsh. That embodies the art of polite fluency. Now let's practice a few advanced transitions that connect ideas seamlessly. Moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, and on the other hand. These are vital for advanced writing and speaking. For example, the project proved successful. Moreover, it spurred new ideas. The weather was appalling. Nevertheless, we persevered. He's confident. In contrast, his brother is shy. She neglected her studies. Consequently, she failed. Repeat each phrase softly. Moreover, nevertheless, in contrast, consequently, on the other hand. These transitions function as bridges, facilitating the smooth flow of ideas from one to another, mirroring native speech patterns. Let's employ them in one extended paragraph for practice. Acquiring advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's profoundly rewarding. Moreover, it equips you to express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who dedicate themselves to daily practice begin to think in English without resorting to translation. On the other hand, neglecting practice slows the entire process. Try shadowing that and feel the rhythm of natural academic English intertwining with conversational tone. Now let's focus on another key advanced skill: describing abstract ideas such as motivation, change, and growth. Aspiration signifies a fervent desire to achieve something, Perseverance signifies continuing steadfastly even amidst difficulties. Fulfillment signifies the sense of satisfaction derived from achieving something meaningful. Repeat after me. My aspiration is to attain fluency in English. Perseverance leads to success. Helping others brings fulfillment. These are profoundly emotional, motivational words, belonging to the lexicon of dreamers, thinkers, and achievers. Let's weave them into a reflection. Every learner harbors a personal aspiration. Through perseverance, that dream gradually transforms into reality. And when you ultimately reach your goal, there's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. At this level, your vocabulary becomes intertwined with your identity. It's not merely about speaking eloquently, it's about articulating your values, emotions, and thoughts with clarity. So, let's conclude this segment with a shadowing practice. Repeat naturally. Advanced vocabulary grants you freedom. It empowers you to express what you truly mean, not simply what you're capable of saying. It connects your heart, your thoughts, and your words, rendering your English not just grammatically correct, but vibrantly alive. Pause, breathe, and allow those words to permeate your consciousness. At the C2 level, you begin to perceive how words mold your mindset. The manner in which you speak shapes the way you think, and the way you think influences the way you live. Let's commence with one of my cherished advanced words, resonate. Resonate signifies connecting deeply, creating a lasting emotional impact. You could articulate, that story truly resonated with me, or her words resonated with the entire audience. It's one of those words that imbues your English with emotional maturity, indicating that something not only made sense, but also moved you. Try saying these aloud. His message resonated with everyone. That song resonates with me every time I hear it. Her kindness resonated in my heart. The word resonate lends a soulful quality to your expression, bridging feeling and thought. Now let's explore another potent C2 level word, authenticity. It stems from authentic, signifying genuineness and reality. Authenticity entails being true to oneself, eschewing pretense. People appreciate authenticity. Her authenticity renders her an exceptional leader. In language acquisition, authenticity surpasses perfection. Practice softly. I value authenticity. Authenticity fosters trust. His authentic nature puts people at ease. When you incorporate such words, you infuse honesty and depth into your communication. Let's now gravitate toward a word that resonates deeply with creativity. Ingenuity. It signifies cleverness, originality, or creativity in problem solving. You can articulate, her ingenuity facilitated the resolution of the problem. The design showcases genuine ingenuity. Your human ingenuity knows no bounds. It's a beautiful word that encapsulates both intelligence and imagination. Repeat with me. Ingenuity fuels innovation. He navigated the situation with remarkable ingenuity. The project's success stemmed from her ingenuity. This word is perfectly suited when you aspire to sound sophisticated and thoughtful, particularly in professional or academic discussions. Next, let's concentrate on alleviate. It signifies rendering something less severe, such as pain, stress, or difficulty. For example, Meditation can alleviate stress. The medicine aided in alleviating her headache. Volunteering can alleviate loneliness. It's one of those elegant, compassionate words that demonstrates emotional awareness and understanding. Try repeating these softly. This solution will alleviate the problem. A kind word can alleviate someone's pain. We must identify strategies to alleviate poverty. C. When you articulate yourself in this manner, your English conveys kindness and maturity. Now let's explore a word that describes personal growth. Elevate. It signifies lifting something up, enhancing its quality, level, or spirit. Effective communication elevates relationships. Music can elevate your mood. This course will elevate your English proficiency. It's a graceful, motivational word that injects energy into your expression. Practice with me. I aspire to elevate my confidence. That movie elevated my perspective. Gratitude elevates your spirit. This word can transform even simple sentences into something inspiring. Let's connect alleviate and elevate in a brief reflection. When you alleviate someone's pain, you elevate their hope. When you alleviate your stress, you elevate your focus. When you learn to elevate your thoughts, your entire life undergoes transformation. That encapsulates the essence of advanced English, language imbued with meaning and rhythm. Now, let's examine another elegant word, reinforce. It signifies strengthening or supporting something, often an idea or belief. His success reinforced his confidence. The teacher reinforced key points from the lesson. Her actions reinforced the message of kindness. Repeat with me. Positive results reinforce motivation. This evidence reinforces our conclusion. Practice reinforces memory. You can sense the inherent logic and clarity. It's one of those potent verbs that empowers your sentences. Now, let's explore adversity. It signifies difficulty, hardship, or challenging circumstances. You could articulate. She maintained her composure in the face of adversity. Adversity teaches resilience. They emerged stronger through adversity. Try these aloud. Adversity builds character. We all encounter adversity at some juncture. Through adversity, we unearth our inner strength. This word injects emotional depth, enabling you to articulate struggle in a dignified, reflective manner. Now, pair it with another significant word, resilience. It signifies the ability to rebound from challenges. Resilience aids you in bouncing back. She confronted failure with resilience. Resilience is pivotal for long-term success. Let's practice together. Adversity cultivates resilience. He exhibited remarkable resilience after losing his job. Life tests your resilience, but also rewards it. When you combine these elements, you craft meaningful, motivational English that sounds natural and authentic. For example, through adversity, she discovered her resilience. Her story reinforces the power of hope and perseverance. Now let's transition to another beautiful advanced word, gratitude. It signifies thankfulness, appreciation, or a feeling of being grateful. She expressed her gratitude for their assistance. Practicing gratitude reshapes your mindset. Gratitude is a potent emotion. Say these gently. I experience profound gratitude for this opportunity. Gratitude helps us focus on what truly matters. He penned a letter of gratitude to his mentor. Gratitude is one of those universal words that radiates kindness. It softens your tone and opens your heart. Let's now practice linking gratitude, resilience, and adversity. Even amidst adversity, sustaining gratitude strengthens resilience. Gratitude aids you in perceiving light during the darkest moments. Resilience flourishes when gratitude permeates your mindset. Observe how natural and inspirational this feels. That's C2 level emotional fluency, intelligent yet deeply human. Now let's incorporate another refined word, composure. It signifies calmness and self-control, particularly under duress. She maintained her composure during the argument. He spoke with calm composure. Effective leaders retain their composure in every situation. Repeat softly. Composure aids you in thinking clearly. She navigated the crisis with composure. Inner peace originates with composure. These words, gratitude, composure, resilience, cultivate not just vocabulary, but also character. Let's take a brief reflective pause together. Imagine someone describing you as resilient, articulate, and composed. It sounds powerful, doesn't it? That's what language mastery feels like. Strength enveloped in gentleness. Now, let's explore another advanced yet valuable word. Endeavor. It signifies an effort, an attempt, or a serious goal. Learning English is a rewarding endeavor. She dedicated years to her scientific endeavor. Success necessitates consistent endeavor. Practice with me. I will pursue this endeavor with dedication. Every endeavor imparts something novel. Persistence transforms every endeavor into achievement. Let's connect it to another elegant word. Dedication. It signifies commitment or unwavering focus on something. Her dedication to her craft is admirable. Dedication is the catalyst that transforms dreams into reality. He triumphed because of his dedication. Say these slowly. Dedication yields results. Without dedication, talent remains untapped. Consistency and dedication pave the path to mastery. Now, combine both words into a single idea. Every endeavor necessitates dedication. Every goal demands patience and resilience. Every moment of effort, regardless of its magnitude, propels you closer to mastery. Let's discuss mastery now, one of the most exquisite words in the English language. Mastery signifies complete command, profound comprehension, or ultimate skill in something. Language mastery demands time. He attained mastery through diligent practice. True mastery originates with curiosity. Practice aloud. Mastery is a journey, not a destination. Every mistake serves as a stepping stone to mastery. Through perseverance, mastery becomes attainable. At this level, your relationship with English evolves. It's no longer about acing examinations or memorizing grammar rules. It transforms into an endeavor of mastery, of expression, of thought, of emotion, becoming an integral part of your being. Let's reflode with a brief shadowing practice. Learning English is not solely about words. It's about connection, expression, and resilience. Every challenge encountered is an integral part of your journey. Every sentence uttered represents a step toward mastery. Take a breath and sense how your English is expanding, not only in vocabulary, but also in meaning, tone, and flow. At the advanced level, language evolves into something far greater than mere proficiency. It serves as a vital conduit connecting your innermost thoughts and feelings to the broader world around you. The manner in which you articulate your thoughts provides profound insights into the depth of your comprehension. Let's embark on this section by exploring one of the most enchanting words in the English language: serendipity. This term denotes a delightful surprise, a favorable occurrence that transpires unexpectedly. To illustrate encountering her at the coffee shop was a stroke of pure serendipity. Life is replete with moments of serendipity. Alternatively, it was serendipity that guided me toward this remarkable opportunity. The very sound of the word evokes a sense of magic, tranquility, fluidity, and boundless wonder. Let's practice articulating it slowly together. It was pure serendipity. That discovery was a beautiful piece of serendipity. Occasionally, life's most exceptional moments arise through serendipity. Incorporating this word into your speech imparts a poetic charm, demonstrating an appreciation for life's unforeseen beauties. Now, let's delve into another C2 level word: ephemeral. This signifies lasting for a fleeting duration, something transient yet beautiful while it endures. The sunset was ephemeral but unforgettable. Our youth is ephemeral yet precious. Fame can be ephemeral, but legacy endures. It's a profoundly reflective word, frequently employed in literature and philosophical discussions. Attempt to pronounce it with me. Beauty is ephemeral. Moments are ephemeral, but memories stay. The joy was ephemeral, but it left a lasting warmth. Words such as these elevate your English beyond mere advancement, imbuing it with a meditative quality. They transform thoughts into melodies. Now, let's explore epiphany. This denotes a sudden realization or understanding, a moment of clarity in your mind. She had an epiphany while reading that book. During the conversation, I experienced an epiphany about my goals. Sometimes silence brings the greatest epiphanies. Repeat softly, "I had an epiphany today." That moment was a true epiphany. He described his journey as a series of epiphanies. This word encompasses intellectual, spiritual, and emotional dimensions simultaneously, rendering it ideal for thoughtful English learners. Now, let's introduce another potent word: catalyst. This refers to something that precipitates change or ignites transformation. That experience was a catalyst for my personal growth. Her words became a catalyst for change. Failure can be a catalyst for success. Practice with me. Every challenge can be a catalyst for growth. He became the catalyst for innovation. The event served as a catalyst for improvement. This word infuses your sentences with dynamism and a sense of momentum, mirroring the vibrancy of life itself. Let's now interweave some of these words in a single reflection. Sometimes serendipity guides us toward individuals or moments that serve as catalysts for transformation. These moments may be ephemeral, yet they often pave the way for profound epiphanies that reshape our perception of life. That's how C2 level vocabulary functions, not as isolated words, but as interconnected ideas that breathe in harmony. Now, let's concentrate on another elegant word: essence. This signifies the core, the most salient quality of something. The essence of happiness lies in simplicity. Love is the essence of humanity. The essence of learning is curiosity. Repeat slowly. That's the essence of the idea. Simplicity is the essence of beauty. At its essence, kindness is strength. Employing this word imbues your expression with spiritual and intellectual depth, lending it a calm, wise, and timeless quality. Let's transition to tranquility. This is akin to serene, but possesses a softer nuance, denoting peace, calmness, or stillness, particularly within the mind. I enjoy the tranquility of the morning. After the storm, the air was full of tranquility. Meditation brings tranquility to the heart. Practice these softly. I need a moment of tranquility. The room was filled with tranquility. She smiled with quiet tranquility. This type of vocabulary soothes the ear, conveying a sense of peace even when spoken aloud. Now, let's explore solitude. This signifies the state of being alone, but in a positive context, denoting when you derive pleasure from your own company or reflective time. She loves moments of solitude in solitude. He found his creativity. Solitude helps you understand yourself. Try saying these. I enjoy peaceful solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. It's self-connection. In solitude, wisdom grows. Employing words like these transforms your English into something introspective and artistic, akin to poetry in motion. Now let's delve deeper into emotional awareness with the word melancholy. It signifies a gentle, thoughtful kind of sadness. Not despair, but quiet reflection. There was a touch of melancholy in her smile. The music filled me with sweet melancholy. Autumn always feels slightly melancholy. Repeat these softly. It was a melancholy evening. His tone carried a quiet melancholy. Melancholy can be beautiful. It helps us feel deeply. This word reminds you that English at its highest level can hold both light and shadow within a single phrase. Let's now explore solace. It signifies comfort during sadness or difficulty. Music brings solace during hard times. Her words were a source of solace. He found solace in nature. Practice with me. I found solace in silence. Books offer solace to the lonely. Her friendship gave me solace when I needed it most. These words, melancholy, solitude, solace, create emotional harmony, a soft rhythm that feels deeply human. Now, let's take a moment to practice reflection with these new words. Sometimes we find solace in solitude. Sometimes we sit in quiet melancholy, remembering what once was. But even in those moments, there's a kind of tranquility, the essence of being alive. Pause. Breathe. Feel how your mind connects with the rhythm of the words. This is advanced English in its truest form, emotional, balanced, and calm. Let's move to something more expressive now. Awe. This signifies a feeling of wonder mixed with admiration and respect. She looked at the stars in awe. He listened in awe to the powerful speech. Nature always fills me with awe. Say these softly. I was in awe of the view. He spoke with awe in his voice. They stood in silent awe. This single-syllable word carries immense emotional weight. Simple, yet profound. Another word that pairs beautifully with awe is reverence. It signifies deep respect or admiration, often spiritual or emotional. They watched the sunrise in reverence. He spoke of his teacher with great reverence. There was a reverent silence in the room. Repeat these slowly. Reverence for life keeps us humble. She bowed her head in reverence. We must treat nature with reverence. These words awaken emotional intelligence. They show that you see meaning, not just information. Now, let's build a final reflection for this section. When you walk through a forest, you feel both awe and reverence, a quiet awareness of something greater than yourself. In that stillness, there's serenity. In that solitude, there's peace. And in that silence, there's understanding. You see, this is what mastering English means. Not memorizing advanced words, but feeling them, letting them echo through your thoughts until they become part of your natural way of speaking. Every word you learn shapes your inner voice. It refines the way you express your joy, your sorrow, your wonder. And when that happens, you don't just speak English, you live it. At this level, your English begins to feel like music. Every word has its own rhythm, its own emotion, its own melody inside your voice. Let's begin with one of the most expressive advanced words, ineffable. It signifies something so beautiful, powerful, or emotional that words cannot describe it. You can say, "The beauty of the night sky was ineffable. Her kindness left me with an ineffable feeling." There are moments in life so ineffable that silence says more than speech. Repeat slowly, "The view was ineffable." That moment felt ineffable. Some emotions are ineffable. This word allows you to express something beyond language, a moment where feeling is deeper than vocabulary itself. Now let's explore another elegant word, luminous. It signifies glowing, shining softly, or full of light, both literally and metaphorically. Her eyes were luminous with hope. The city looked luminous at night. He gave a luminous performance. Practice with me. The room was filled with luminous light. Her smile was luminous. The moon looked luminous against the dark sky. When you use luminous, your English becomes more visual. You start painting pictures with words. Next, let's move to serene again, but use it with new emotional depth. Serene means calm, peaceful, untroubled, but at C2, it also means emotionally composed. She remained serene despite the chaos. His expression was serene as he watched the sunset. There was a serene quietness after the storm. Repeat softly, "I want to stay serene under pressure." The lake looked perfectly serene. She spoke in a serene tone. It's a word that balances strength and peace, a quiet confidence within calmness. Now let's learn exquisite. It signifies extremely beautiful, delicate, or finely made. You can say the food was exquisite. She wore an exquisite dress. The painting had exquisite detail, but at an advanced level. You can also use it emotionally. She has exquisite taste. That moment was exquisitely painful. He has an exquisite understanding of music. Say these slowly with feeling. It was an exquisite experience. Her handwriting is exquisite. The performance was exquisite in every way. This word adds sophistication. It makes your English sound refined and elegant. Now let's move to a powerful emotional word, ardent. It signifies passionate, enthusiastic, or full of emotion. She's an ardent learner. He's an ardent supporter of environmental causes. They share an ardent love for art. Practice these aloud. I'm an ardent admirer of literature. Her voice was full of ardent emotion. He pursued his dream with ardent determination. This word helps you describe deep passion gracefully without sounding exaggerated. Now, let's connect these words: ineffable, luminous, serene, exquisite, and ardent in a single reflection. There are ineffable moments in life when the world feels luminous and serene, when beauty becomes exquisite and passion turns ardent. Those are the moments that remind us what it truly means to be alive. Do you feel how those words create both image and emotion? That's what C2 English feels like. Language that moves and breathes. Let's now look at another advanced word: benevolent. It signifies kind, generous, or well-meaning, especially when describing actions or people with a good heart. She is a benevolent leader. He made a benevolent donation. They acted with benevolent intentions. Repeat slowly: I want to be more benevolent. Her benevolent nature inspires others. The gesture was simple but benevolent. When you use words like benevolent, you express not just meaning, but moral beauty, the goodness of character through speech. Another similar word is magnanimous. It signifies generous and forgiving, especially towards someone you could be angry with. He was magnanimous in victory. She showed a magnanimous spirit by forgiving him. It takes a magnanimous heart to let go of resentment. Practice these softly. Try to be magnanimous even when others are unkind. His response was calm and magnanimous. They praised her for her magnanimous attitude. This is emotional intelligence expressed through vocabulary. Calm power wrapped in grace. Now let's turn toward another beautiful word, metamorphosis. It signifies a deep, often gradual transformation. The caterpillar undergoes a metamorphosis to become a butterfly. Traveling abroad caused a personal metamorphosis. His mindset went through a quiet metamorphosis over the years. Say these aloud with flow. Life is a constant metamorphosis. Learning brings metamorphosis of thought. Her voice has undergone a beautiful metamorphosis. This word adds poetic rhythm to your English. It sounds almost alive when spoken slowly. Let's pair it with transcend. It signifies to rise above, to go beyond limits. She transcended her fears. Art has the power to transcend language. They tried to transcend their past mistakes. Practice with me. We must transcend negativity. Love transcends boundaries. Music transcends culture. The more you speak like this, the more your English feels free, not confined by simple translation, but filled with life. Now, let's practice combining these words together in meaning. Through metamorphosis, we learn to transcend fear. We become luminous, serene, and benevolent, not because life is easy, but because we learn to grow through it. Pause. Reflect on that rhythm. It's not just vocabulary, it's wisdom expressed through words. Now, let's turn to a few advanced verbs that help you express emotion and observation in everyday conversation. Recollect, ponder, and embrace. Recollect means to remember something with clarity or emotion. I recollect the day we met. She recollected her childhood memories fondly. I can still recollect his voice. Try saying them. I recollect that moment vividly. He recollected the incident with a smile. Sometimes I recollect things that shaped who I am. Next, ponder. It signifies to think deeply about something. He pondered the meaning of her words. I often ponder the direction of my life. She sat in silence, pondering her decision. Repeat these softly. I ponder before I speak. He pondered for hours before responding. She pondered the possibilities. Ponder has a quiet strength. It shows depth and reflection. Now embrace. It signifies to accept or welcome something fully, physically or emotionally. She embraced the opportunity. He embraced change. They embraced each other warmly. Practice with me. Embrace your challenges. Embrace the unknown. He learned to embrace every lesson life gave him. Now, let's combine all three. Sometimes we recollect what we've lost, ponder what we can change, and embrace what we can become. That's advanced fluency, words becoming philosophy. Let's go deeper into emotional language with vulnerable. It signifies open, exposed, or emotionally honest. It's okay to be vulnerable. She spoke with vulnerable honesty. Being vulnerable takes courage. Say them softly. I feel vulnerable sometimes. Vulnerability creates connection. He was brave enough to be vulnerable. Native speakers often use this word when expressing emotional truth. It's real, human, and deeply powerful. Now, let's reflect with a short shadowing paragraph. At the heart of fluency is vulnerability, the willingness to speak even imperfectly, to express emotion without fear, to be yourself in another language. That's where authenticity lives. Pause. Breathe. Let the words flow gently through your mind. This is language as meditation. When you reach this depth of English, you begin to understand that words carry energy. Some words heal, some inspire, and some reveal parts of you that you didn't even know existed. Let's start this part with one of the most thoughtful words in the language, introspective. It means looking inward, examining your own thoughts, feelings, and motives. She became more introspective after her journey. I spent a quiet evening in an introspective mood. Writers are often introspective. They observe their inner world as much as the outer one. Repeat softly. I'm feeling introspective today. He's a deeply introspective person. Her introspective nature helps her understand others. Using this word gives your English emotional depth. It shows that your thoughts have layers, not just surface meaning. Now, let's explore another beautiful word, retrospective. It's similar to introspective, but it means looking back on the past with reflection or evaluation. The artist's retrospective exhibition showed her growth over the years. He wrote a retrospective account of his life. At the end of the year, I always feel retrospective. Say these slowly. It's a retrospective view of my journey. She spoke in a quiet, retrospective tone. His book offers a retrospective look at his experiences. These words, introspective and retrospective, balance the present and the past. They create a thoughtful harmony in your expression. Now let's move to a word that captures emotional strength. Stoic. It describes someone who endures pain or difficulty without complaining or showing emotion. He remained stoic during the crisis. She faced the challenge with stoic calmness. Being stoic doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you stay steady when you do. Repeat after me. He's known for his stoic attitude. She stayed stoic through the storm. Sometimes being stoic helps you survive. This word reflects inner strength and quiet courage. two qualities that define emotional maturity in language and in life. Now let's learn lucid. It means clear, easy to understand, or full of light in thought or expression. Her explanation was lucid. He had a lucid dream last night. She spoke with lucid confidence. Practice softly. I try to keep my thoughts lucid. The idea was presented in a lucid way. Lucid writing is powerful and elegant. It's one of those words that combines intelligence and simplicity. It shines through calm clarity. Next, let's explore coherent. It means logical, well-organized, and consistent in flow. Her argument was coherent and convincing. He spoke in a calm, coherent manner. A coherent structure makes communication clear. Say them aloud. Keep your ideas coherent. She wrote a coherent summary. He's a very coherent speaker. Coherent and lucid often work together, one for thought, one for expression. Now let's introduce another intellectual word. Nuance. It means a subtle difference in meaning, tone, or feeling. She understood the nuance in his voice. There's a nuance between confidence and arrogance. His writing captures the nuances of human emotion. Practice with me. I love the nuance of her accent. Every language has its nuances. Understanding nuance is key to fluency. At the C2 level, you live in nuance. You begin to see that words don't just have meaning, they have texture. Let's connect these in a reflection. Fluency is not just about words. It's about nuance, the ability to feel the small shifts in tone, emotion, and rhythm. When your speech becomes lucid and coherent, when you understand the nuances of expression, you begin to sound truly natural. Now, let's explore candid. It means honest, open, and sincere, especially when expressing opinions or feelings. She gave a candid answer. I appreciate your candid feedback. He spoke candidly about his mistakes. Say these slowly. Be candid but kind. Her candid honesty earned respect. He's known for his candid opinions. Advanced English loves this word because it expresses truth with humility, honesty without harshness. Now let's learn meticulous again, but in a fresh way. Meticulous means extremely careful and detailed, not just about work, but also in thought or planning. She's meticulous about her pronunciation. He's a meticulous researcher. Meticulous attention leads to mastery. Practice with me. Be meticulous in practice. Her meticulous effort paid off. Every meticulous learner becomes fluent. At this level, you start connecting discipline with language, not rushing, but refining. Next, let's discover tenacity. It means persistence, determination, and the ability to keep going despite challenges. Her tenacity inspired the whole team. He approached learning with quiet tenacity. Success demands both patience and tenacity. Say these softly. Tenacity turns effort into achievement. He's known for his tenacious spirit. Her tenacity is admirable. Tenacity combines strength and consistency, the two pillars of fluency. Now let's bring in fortitude. It means courage and strength in facing adversity. She faced the situation with remarkable fortitude. Fortitude helps us endure pain. He showed great fortitude during the crisis. Repeat these aloud. Fortitude builds resilience. Inner fortitude keeps us calm under pressure. True fortitude is silent but strong. Tenacity and fortitude are like companions, One moves you forward, the other keeps you grounded. Let's combine them in a small reflection. Fluency is not built in a day. It's built through tenacity, the daily effort and fortitude, the calm strength to continue, even when progress feels slow. Now, let's move to something more expressive. Emulate. It means to imitate or follow someone's example in order to achieve similar success. She tries to emulate her teacher's style. He emulated his mentor's discipline. Children often emulate their parents. Practice with me. Emulate the habits of fluent speakers. He emulated her confidence and improved. To grow, we must emulate excellence. It's an active, forward-moving word, one that helps you talk about learning and improvement. Now, let's learn cultivate. It means to develop something carefully over time, a skill, an attitude, or even a relationship. She cultivated patience. He cultivated a love for reading. We should cultivate gratitude every day. Say these softly. Cultivate your vocabulary. Cultivate kindness and understanding. Fluency is cultivated through daily practice. It's one of those beautiful, gentle words that connects growth, care, and purpose. Now, let's learn immerse. It means to become deeply involved in something, to surround yourself completely. She immersed herself in English podcasts. He's fully immersed in his new job. To learn effectively, immerse yourself in the language. Practice aloud. Immerse yourself in English daily. He's immersed in his studies. Immersion leads to understanding. Immerse shows commitment. It means learning not from the outside but from within. Let's connect these three in a single reflection. To become fluent, you must emulate native rhythm, cultivate awareness, and immerse yourself in real English. Don't chase perfection, cultivate progress. Now, let's explore eloquence again in a deeper way. It's not just about beautiful speech, it's about speaking with grace, empathy, and confidence. She spoke with quiet eloquence. His eloquence moved the audience. Sometimes silence is the greatest eloquence. Repeat softly. Eloquence begins with clarity. True eloquence is not loud, it's sincere. Your voice can carry eloquence when your heart believes in your words. Now, let's reflect together in a soft practice paragraph. Every time you speak, you create art. Every sentence carries energy, emotion, and intention. The more you listen, the more you feel, the more you cultivate your eloquence. And when your speech becomes natural, calm, and expressive, you'll realize you've already reached fluency, not through effort, but through presence. Pause. Breathe. Let that thought rest gently in your mind. At this stage, your relationship with English is no longer about studying. It's about feeling the language flow through you. Every sentence becomes a mirror of your thoughts. Every word a reflection of your emotions. And this awareness is the essence of mastery. Let's begin this final part with a profound word. Enlightened. It means having deep understanding or awareness, often after learning or reflection. She became more enlightened after years of experience. He offered an enlightened perspective. The discussion was open-minded and enlightened. Say these slowly. I'm becoming more enlightened every day. An enlightened mind listens before it speaks. Education leads to an enlightened society. When you use this word, your English sounds calm, wise, and balanced. It shows you're learning not just to speak, but to understand.